welcome you to the final trading week of the month of February. Last week was pretty amazing, and I hope it went well for you too. This week also promises to be amazing, but let us revisit all the setups that we had on the watch list for last week before we come to this week's. At the time of making the video for last week, the Euro USD was trading within the descending channel, and I was rooting for a break of the resistance or a break of the support. I favored a break of the resistance more. Euro USD was a late comer to the party as the break came on Thursday to close on a bullish note on Friday. We had a break here first and then a retest before shooting up on Friday. For the USDJPY, we were to time the trade on the daily time frame, but you had two things to work around with. On the daily time frame, we had the ascending channel to work with, and on the 4-hour time frame, or even on the daily time frame, still this weekly range. So pulling down to the 4-hour, we can see that the break of this price of interest that was acting as resistance came, I think, on Tuesday, and the price of the USDJPY skyrocketed. CADCHF didn't meet expectation, and neither did it meet the entry requirement, and that was the good thing about it. For entries, I was looking towards a close below the low of this very black candlestick, but it never came. Price actually went to hold on that price and also shot up, so I discarded my bearish idea on the CADCHF. For the coming week on the watch list, we have the USDCAD, the USDCHF, the CADCHF, and finally the EURCHF. Let us start with the USDCAD. USDCAD on the daily time frame has been in an uptrend since late December, and now that uptrend had produced a trend line. We had a third touch on the trend line for last week, so we have our support 1, and on the 4-hour time frame we have a trend line that extends from 2 weeks ago. Price is currently resting on 2 supports, so we have a confluence of support on the USDCAD. It is only a matter of whether it will hold on the confluence of support or it will break the support. The price of interest here has been marked with this very horizontal line, that is the 1.32021. I'll be more interested in playing the break on the USDCAD. So that is it for the USDCAD. Whether it will hold on the confluence of support or break the confluence of support. The next pair on the watch list is the USDCHF. Over here we can see a pair that has been in an uptrend since 31st of January till now. Last week Friday had this uptrend breaking the rising wedge of the USDCHF, and it was a massive break though. Out of the uptrend we have a rising wedge over here, and now price of the USDCHF sits comfortably below the support of the wedge, so I am fully bearish this pair. In the coming week for entries, I would be looking for retests or retracement to this area before coming down, or if the retracements never come, this area is the 0.9804. Actually, the whole of the 0.98 area could serve as an area where the retracements could come, or if the retracement never come, a close below Friday's low on a 4-hour time frame basis is what I'll be looking at for a bearish confirmation. The counterpart of the USDCHF, which is the CADCHF, also has a very similar structure, as it has also been in an uptrend since the early days of February till now. Also on Friday, this uptrend was broken. The uptrend had produced an ascending channel or an up channel, and the support of the channel was broken to end the week on a bearish note, just like on the USDCHF. I am bearish this pair, and for entries I would also be looking for pullbacks into the 0.74 area before coming down, or if the pullbacks never come, a close below Friday's low could also render this pair bearish, and a close below that low would be acting as my bearish confirmation. That price comes in at the 0.73791. And finally, on the Euro CHF. The Euro CHF is actually my favorite amongst all the CHF forecasts, since we have currencies that have similar, since we have pairs that have similar currencies. I'll be looking forward to trading with correlation in the coming week. The Euro CHF is my favorite because it's the only CHF pair in this forecast that hasn't experienced a breakout yet, and you can see that the market has been converging, and out of this convergence we have a flag or a descending triangle, if you may. In the coming week, a simple break of the resistance of the flag or of the support of the flag will dictate the direction of the Euro CHF. The downside to this trade idea would be false breaks, maybe a false break of the resistance to trade back within range and go down, or a false break of the support to trade back within range and go up. Those are the downsides to this trade, but other than that, I'll be looking forward to a break of the resistance or a break of the support to formulate my trade idea. That is it for the coming week. I wish you a profitable trading week. See you next week.